are you?
Chris.
Am I
Oh,
awake?
we're well.
No.
You're fine?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
Oh.
good. I just wanted to say we're going to start soon.
Yeah.
So we're starting the website. This is what we want to get ready for the project. So that was just really to talk about a small thing from each of us to start our page on the website. And I think I was just having a look, but Carlotta shared a Google document that we can all add to. Did you get that last night? I haven't had time to look, but she sent it to, I noticed Catherine's name was on it. I'll just look. But the other thing is, or I can bring everything together, everybody can email it to me.
Yeah. Is it a German artist?
No, just the four of us. Oh, Iris, I need to tell you that the Arts Council wanted to fund phase 1 of what we're doing. So the beginnings of what we're doing, they're happy to support and find out how we do. So perhaps you can talk a bit, Beata, about phase 1. It's really us all talking about how we see the project developing, how we as 4 artists progress in that period, and then putting that information on the beginnings of the website about the collaboration and exchange that we're doing. So is that clear?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
I could understand.
Yeah. I mean, shall I? I've got the folder with the timeline upstairs. I'll run and get it. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, I have it here.
So you have the agreement for the project, for all what you wanted?
Yes,
to
we have some success that they want. They're very excited about the project, and they want us to go ahead. But they thought I was being too ambitious for the whole thing, and that we should see how the first part works before we have any more money. But maybe then we can apply for more money.
Yeah.
So it will be us 4 artists thinking about how it can work and sharing what we're doing at the moment, really, and looking at things in Wales and in Germany, in that area of Germany that have similarities, and just seeing what comes up, I think, really, over the next 10 weeks. Is it 10 weeks or 12 weeks?
They've got if I have a look at the timeline, I mean the timeline, I mean we don't have to religiously stick to this, because now that we are just the 4 artists, we don't have to do the selection of the other 4. So the April was the digital groundwork, which has started, and it might be worth talking about in the group, because it is a digital project and it will only be seen on online. It might be worth finding out from each of us what our knowledge is, what our skill space
what our
is.
skills are,
because it might need to be that in the group we share what we need to know, or if somebody else can help us with it, or Carlotta can help us with it. So it's almost like finding out how au fait are we, or how easy is it for us to upload to a blog, for instance, or to resize images. Where do you do it? I thought, I mean, I'm already veering off. I thought this morning I thought this morning that in a way we also need to know a lot more about each other. So I would sort of welcome that everybody talks about their work and shows some images, you know, screen share in Zoom a couple of images, and we talk about our practice. Because although I Googled everybody, and I know your work, Chris, and I Googled Iris and Katrin, it doesn't quite give enough information. But anyway, so it's the same thing. I had that in another meeting with a group of artists, that suddenly people actually found it hard to share their screen, you know, very simple things. And then another thing I thought would be nice to show each other our workshop, and maybe make a short film on our phone. And I've already tried that with disaster, you know, and it was a disaster. You know, again, there might be skills things we need to, you know, say, I can't do that, you know, can anybody help us? Or,
it's kind of,
and that maybe.
Yeah, sorry, it's kind of an introduction to who we are and where we are now, because I don't know that about you, Beata, the little bit I saw the other day, but you know, I think it's about here and now, isn't it? It's not about a lot of maybe.
At the moment, it's about here and now. Yeah. But when I just looked at the timeline, because of the digital groundwork, of course we want to know about each other's practice, but I also think that if we can, you know, for instance, I have no experience in taking little films with my camera, but somebody else might have. And I think if we sort of identify the things we sort of we need to know, maybe, you know, as well. So that's in addition to talking about our work, obviously. So Iris, because you haven't seen the timeline, and we can send it. I think maybe it would be a good idea to send it. I could do that, Chris, if you want. If I condense it and maybe translate it.
Yeah, what I'd really like to do is just okay that timeline with the Arts Council, because they've agreed the funding, but they haven't given it yet. So if you and I can work on that, Beata, and then translate it to German, I think would be great. And then we can look at it. But I think we're all going to have our own ideas about how we see this developing. And one of the things, Iris, is that we have a web designer that they will fund. So this is very good for the project, because I don't want to be making a website.
I did it in the past, but now it's over.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, we will do these recordings, and one of Carlotta is the person that I've been working with on the application. She's a very young person based in Cardiff. She works some of the time, but on a Monday afternoon and Tuesday afternoon, she will work on the project, and any other time at the weekends. So that gives us a knowledge of when she is available as well. And she has shared a Google document that she thought would be very good if we all wanted to put whatever we thought in that document. So I think that's maybe even, do you work with Google Documents? Iris, do you?
Google Documents? No.
It's a link, and I can send you the link, and then I think you can just go in. But it may be easier for you to send it to me.
I use a WeTransfer. It's another one, I think.
Okay, yeah.
But
I wondered about that with Germany as well. Yeah, I think I like all those ideas, Beata, of how to introduce ourselves and what to do. And I like the visual idea of, you know, a little film of the studio and the talks. But, you know, maybe we need to frame that and maybe only make it like a Petra Kuchu, where it's only 3 minutes, you know, because I think
I wasn't thinking of a talk, you know. I mean, I think about 10 minutes. I think 3 minutes is really short, because I've also just done that with another group, and that it's very short. But I agree with you, Chris. We keep it short, and by talking about our work and in an informal way. I mean, I think again, it's good to share images on screen so that we can actually see them rather than holding something up and holding it at camera. But apart from that, just talking really informal so that everybody, maybe people can ask a question or it becomes a conversation then. So I think that would be good. And I'm convinced that if we do that, that we will find, this is then the beginning of the process.
Yeah,
we will find how we want to collaborate and or discuss or communicate or whatever.
I think the first thing we all I'd like us all to do, and we talked about this before, is just to make one image of a piece of work or ourselves, or 2 images if you like, a little short statement about why we were interested in this project. And, that can actually then feed into the website, because I think what we're doing is we're creating a collaborative platform,
like backroom,
somewhere where people can go to look. We can go and look, and the idea is that other women artists and male artists, I'm not restricting it to women, can actually visit that website and actually see how this is working, how it's from the start, what works, what doesn't work, how is it developed. And I think
digital gallery.
Say that again.
A kind of digital gallery.
It will be. It could become part that. Yes, it could be that, but it could also be a series of films. Maybe we just all decide that we want to just, instead of sitting sharing our screen, we have some works on the wall and we talk about it. I think I want everybody to do it their own way, and I think we want to share what our ideas are about that, because for me, the experimentation and how you work with this new way of being and working is what excites me about the project. So, I mean, I'm sure, Iris, I don't even know if that's a piece of your work behind you, but you could just move the camera around and you could tell us about this piece of work, and we could all do that in the space in our home or in our office or exactly, so I think this is no pressure, because I'm very aware I don't want this project to feel something we have to do. I want it to just develop naturally and to become part of our weekly practice, really. Is how I hope.
Yeah, it's because of the laptop here, because of the cable. So I'm sitting always on the same place, but now I turn around.
And me.
And I have to move around my house to find the signal which is strongest on the day.
Okay.
So this is not my messiest room.
Okay, yeah.
But here I have so many things about my work always around me, so I think this is the intimacy I hope this project can have,
That is what people like to see. People like to see, to go in the space and in the messy room and in all the inspiring stuff, and they like it.
And what comes out of that, in a quite a small amount of time, really, a few weeks. It's not this the beginning of this project is only a few weeks, and we'll all be doing our other life, our other projects and working on things.
Well, it is May, June, July. It is actually 5 months, isn't it? Or it should be 6 months, isn't it? April, May, June, July, August, September. So it is 6 months, the project.
Not phase 1.
It is.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know that this morning. My friend sister in Iceland, it's her birthday today, and so I had a birthday breakfast with her instead of looking. But
yeah. I think it's important that it is.
Yeah, we need to get that. We need to sign that off. I'm waiting on the Arts Council a little bit, but I will send one and say, okay, this is what we're doing.
Because I mean, this is what is in the
phase one is before we. Sorry, Beata.
Yeah, but even phase one in the application is 6 months, and I think we need that because, as I said, April was the digital groundwork, and then May was the structured beginning the structured discussions.
Can I ask? Is it after 6 months? It's starting, or is it the process we exhibit and we show? Does it end after 6 months, or does it start after 6 months?
It starts today.
It starts today.
It starts today. Yeah. And at the phase one would end in September, and in September there would be the digital exhibition, and maybe a webinar or something like that.
Beata, I think I need to look at this properly because I haven't. I looked at it before Easter when I did the new budget. Now I need to look at it again. And then I think you and I can have a look at that and do the timeline, because my understanding is this phase one is only about us 4 artists. It's not about including other artists at this stage.
No, that's right. But even we, you know, if we want to have a meaningful exchange, a meaningful discussion and dialogue, and make work in response to that, you know, I mean, I think you need that time to do it. You know, I mean, 6 months to me is a good amount of time to do that. Have a digital exhibition in September, and meanwhile apply for phase 2, which could then happen in real life, maybe in Währendheim in the summer of 23. You know, it could begin say in January 23, and then we also develop it in something real then in Währendheim, or maybe as well in Wales, and maybe include other artists. You know, but once the pilot has concluded and it's there digitally and in all its form, then we can start phase 2, talk to the Arts Council, maybe do the open call for another 4 artists, and start phase 2, which is then the meeting in real life. And I mean, this is what I understood. You know,
yeah, I'm sorry. I thought we were just going to say hello this morning, so I haven't really prepared to talk about the project in detail. So I'm sorry if you were hoping to do that this morning, Beata. I think I would like it to be relaxed. I really don't want it to feel rushed. So I think 6 months, if everybody's happy to commit the 6 months, but I think we need to, the 4 of us, make a decision about how often we meet, how we're going to work with the website, how we're going to work amongst ourselves, how we want to share our practice. And, you know, it's a period of, hopefully, it's a period when we can evolve in this present time in a way where we are sharing that, which for me, I'm feeling quite isolated in my ideas and the way I'm working. You know, my exhibition has been locked up since beginning of December. I still don't know when it opens. That was a big body of work. So I sort of feel a little bereft from that work. You know, it's locked away. I still don't know when they're going to open the doors. But for me, that's my next public showing. And other work I've been doing in the background has I'm not sure where it's going, because I have to promote this work that's locked up. It feels a bit like the work is a criminal, you know, in prison. So yeah, so I've got all these struggles going on about my own creativity, which, you know, I really would like to be honest and open about and share. So that's where I'm coming from with this, and the opportunity to have an input from you, Iris, you know, in a completely different place, but you have the pandemic, you have the restrictions. For me, is like really, I hope it's going to boost me to feel connected again, because I feel quite disconnected at the moment. Okay, so, you know, that's a lot to do with why I'm interested in this project. And also I'm really excited about working on paper again, which I haven't really ever shared as an artist, you know, maybe not since I was in school. So, you know, I'm being brave, and the fear comes with that what am I doing, you know? So yeah, and I'm really sorry. I'm actually quite disappointed that Katrin hasn't managed to join us, because
so do you need to meet more often, or to talk about something once a month, for example, or to show something, to see each other? Is it what you like to?
I was wondering if we could start off maybe just with half an hour every week, just for the first few weeks, and to perhaps work on line a little bit. It's up to us, I think. But, you know, I really do hope that Katrin can have the commitment to the project as well. I know she has, and I think she's maybe muddled up the time, because that also happens with Zoom a lot. People think one time and then it's another. And this is possible this morning. I don't know why she's not here, because she said she could give half an hour, and I said half an hour was enough. So
I think that's a lovely idea to, if it was possible for people to meet once a week for half an hour. And I think that's a good touching down base to do that. Yeah. I'm happy with that, to do that. And Tuesday mornings are fine with me.
Is Tuesday good for you, Iris?
For half an hour.
Yeah. It's good at 11 is a good time.
Yeah. I think for Katrin too, normally.
Yeah. Except of tomorrow, normally Wednesday is also okay.
Okay, that would be for me as well. Not for you, Beat?
For me. Yeah. I mean, obviously not always, but I think what's nice about Tuesday is it's almost sort of the beginning of the week.
I like that too. I like that as well.
You know, so if we want to keep up the momentum, then it's Tuesday night.
Yeah, I like the idea of the beginning of the week.
Yeah, yes. Wednesday.
Just not the very beginning. The Tuesday is good, I think.
Tuesday is an action day. Yeah,
and can I just ask you both, just for the website, just to try it, to have one image of yourself and one image of your work, and a very short statement, you know, 2 paragraphs, a maximum, of a bit about your work and why you're interested in the project.
From me.
You as well, yeah. And I will ask Katrin for this. And I will share that. Well, is it easier for you, Iris, to email me the information?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's good. That's fine.
Yeah. So I sent you an image of some work and image and some text and some words of my work, about my work.
And then we'll also have some of the information about Atelier Hof Wertsein, if I said that right. about Atelier Hof, your
Atelierhof, yeah.
Atelier Hof.
Also image of Atelierhof.
No, I have already.
Yeah.
So and then we look at the website by next week. Then we can look at it together next week.
Yeah, good. Yeah. And you can you send me some text of the project, some
yes.
Yes, so I know
text and the timeline.
Yeah, I know about the project. I have something written about the project.
Yes.
That is what I need to understand the project better.
Yeah, now it's happening. It's exciting, huh?
Now it's for me to talk about, but what I'm not. I don't know. But what is the goal? What is where do we want to go to?
Yeah. This is for us to talk about.
Yeah.
So yeah. Very good. So yeah. So have a good week, everybody.
Yeah. Okay. So we say goodbye.
Yeah.
And see you again next week.
Yes, and I will be in touch with you, Beata, about the website as well. So we'll do a little bit of background in Wales before next week.
Okay.
But lovely to see you, Iris.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Beate.
Lovely to see you. Ja.
Schön, bis bald.
Ja.
Ich muss sie manchmal übersetzen. Dein Englisch ist besser als meins.
Well, nice to hear the German.
Ich werde versuchen. Ja.
Gut.
I like to hear German.
Okay.
So.
Ja. Alles gut.
Ja. Gut.
Alles
ich versuche mein Bestes. Ja.
Eine schöne Woche. Ich mache jetzt aus.
Ja, euch auch. Dir auch. Okay.
Beate.
Ciao.
Tschüss.
Tschüss.